شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we have a question from the youth club, and the question is: how can we remove the bad deeds and implement the good deeds?
Indeed, it's one of the most important questions which the youth club has kept forward for us. Because in the month of Ramadan, we intend to compete each other in doing good deeds. The question is important: how can we get rid of the evil deeds? The very purpose of the month of Ramadan is given in the glorious Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Baqarah, Surah number 2, ayat number 183, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe, kutiba alaykumus siyam, fasting has been prescribed to you, kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum, as it was prescribed for those before you. And the very purpose of it is mentioned in the same ayah, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you may become pious, so that you may attain piety. Now the question is, just by fasting, how can we attain piety? How can we become righteous? If you were to look at the very word Sawm, it literally means to abstain. What are we abstaining from? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us in the month of Ramadan, while we are fasting from the sunrise to the dusk, to be away from the things which are generally lawful, like having food and so on. So when a person is being programmed and being trained to be away from the things which are normally lawful, it even becomes very easy for people to get away from their bad habits. Now, people tend to turn off the music and switch off the television in these days.
Everyone tends to do that.
Yes, but they forget, they leave this very training in the rest of the year. But this training time, it's for the complete year and not just for the specific 1 month. So we need to take this very important example, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has set for the month of Ramadan for.
And I would like to add 2 points here, I think, which are very important. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gives us the solution how we can remove the bad deeds and increase our good deeds. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Innal hasanati yuzhibna sayyi'at. The good deeds take out the evil deeds. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, ذَلِكَ الذِّكْرَ لِلذَّاكِرِينَ. This is a reminder for those who are mindful. So if you are the one who is searching and looking for an answer, how can I remove my evil deeds and replace it with the good deeds? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is saying that improve your good deeds and you will be able to remove the bad deeds. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also said in the Quran in Surah Fussilat, Surah number 41, ayat number 34, where Allah says, idfa' billati ahsan. Repel the evil with the good deeds. So in both of the ayats, Allah is giving us the solution. What is it? You want to remove the evil deeds, improve or increase your good deeds. For example, many of the people have many of the youth are addicted to music.
That's one of the major problems today.
Indeed. So how am I going to remove the addiction of music? The answer is there, that in one's heart, the Quran and the music cannot stay at one place.
Subhanallah.
It is either the Quran will be in your heart or the music takes its place. So if you increase reading or reciting the Quran, the music will eventually fade away. If you're listening more to the music and you do not recite the Quran, then music take its place in your heart. So two things cannot remain in one place. So this is how we will be able to remove the addiction to music. And few of the brothers, they may have an addiction to the social websites.
Yes.
They spend a lot of time, and at the end of the day, they have gained nothing out of it. So how can I be able to improve or remove the addiction to social websites? That is the question. The answer is, I improve my ibadah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I increase my zikr, my remembrance of Allah. I increase doing ibadah and doing the good deeds. And eventually your addiction will be reduced.
And this is the month where we are more engaged in the ibadah, it becomes even more easier.
Indeed, it gets very easy to get rid of this kind of addiction. Most of the brothers, they have the addiction of playing video games.
Yes, a lot of the youth, they play a lot of games, yes.
And even I do regret the time that I spend playing the video games, because perhaps I could have improved more in my life instead of just playing video games, which eventually you do not gain anything from it.
Yes.
Except for entertainment. And so how are we able to get rid of this addiction? I increase reciting the glorious Quran. Like the Sahaba, they said that if a person is pious and he is a person of the fear of Allah, he would never stop reciting the Quran.
Subhanallah.
So the more we recite the Quran, the more we love it, and we get addicted to the Quran, which is beneficial in this world and in the hereafter.
I also had this very addiction before. I used to play a lot of video games on network, and eventually when I started to read the seerah and the seerah of the Sahaba, I was able to get rid of this very addiction.
Subhanallah.
Yeah.
Indeed, the more we learn about the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the life of the Sahaba, and the life of the Tabi'een and the Atba Tabi'een, we understand how they led their lives and how Allah gave them the success.
Yes.
The success is not in playing video games. The success is in practicing what the Sahaba did, because in that path Allah blesses us in this life and in the hereafter. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has guided us with the Quran, and He has informed us that we need to improve our good deeds in order to remove the bad deeds. Hopefully in this way we will be able to help ourselves in removing the bad deeds this Ramadan bi'iznillahi ta'ala. Jazakallah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.